Hello there, grade 12s. Welcome to the last lesson on number pattern sequences and series. I hope that you guys have been enjoying my videos and that everything that I'm saying to you and trying to explain, it is making sense. Right. So I hope that you guys are really getting helped a lot, because that is why I even started making these videos, to make sure that these content subjects are easier for you guys to understand. Right. So today we're looking at problems involving simultaneous equations, but now we're dealing more with geometric sequences. Right. Okay, so on the previous lesson, we were checking at arithmetic sequences. So if you haven't checked out that video, please make sure that you go to our YouTube channel and check on lesson number 5, right? As this is lesson number 6. So please make sure that you don't miss out, because this is very critical and important, right? Okay, so now let us check on how to deal with this question here. Right. So they are saying that if the seventh term of the sequence is 1458 and the fourth term is 54, determine the first three terms of the sequence. Right. So this is the question here. Okay, determining the first three terms of the geometric sequence. So now we are dealing with the geometric sequence. So it would mean that everything that we've learned about that talks about the geometric sequence applies, right? Okay, so now one would ask himself, okay, we don't have a common ratio, we don't have a first term. How would we go about that? So now we need to go about using the general formula for a geometric sequence. So Tn will actually be equals to A times R to the power n minus 1. Right, okay. So now what information are we given here? We are given that the 7 terms, so T7 is equals to 1458. And on the other hand, we are given that, okay, the fourth term, which means T4, is equals to 54. Right, okay. So now we must determine the first three terms of the sequence, or the geometric sequence. Right. So now we know that, okay, T7, actually the 7 represents n, which is the number of terms. So in other words, okay, the Tn will represent the value here. So that will mean that, okay, 1458 is equals to A times R to the power 7 minus 1. Then for T4, that would be 54 is equals to A times R to the power 4 minus 1. Right, okay. So now we are already trying to form the two equations, or the two separate equations, from the information given. Right, okay. So now let us simplify. So that would be 1458 is equals to A times R to the power 6, because 7 minus 1 is a 6. Then 54 is equals to A times R to the power 3, because 4 minus 1 is 3. Right. So now we need to solve for R here. So you can see that, okay, there's A here. So we just need to make that cancel out. So in this case, we can't use your substitution, okay, whatsoever. Okay, right. So if you feel like you want to do that, you can, but okay, that would be a long process, right? Because yeah, there's a lot to do in this case. So here, since this involves a lot of multiplication, so you just need to divide the two. So we'd start with the bigger one. So okay, this would be equation 1, equation 2, right? Okay, so let us just put it like this: 1458 is equals to A times R to the power 6. Then 54 is equals to A times R to the power 3. Right, so now we need to do the division here. So 1458 divided by 54, that will be 27. So 27 would be equals to, the A's will cancel each other. Then R, when the bases are the same and we are dividing, we need to minus them. So that will be R to the power 6 minus 3. So that will be R cubed. So what are we looking for? We're looking for R. So we need to put the cube root. Right. So now what will be R equals to? So the cube root of 27 will be equals to what? To 3. Right. So 3 will be equals to R. So now we have the common ratio. Right. So what do we need now? We need A. Okay. So now we can simply just take this and substitute there and solve for A. So that will be 1458 is equals to A times, what is R? 3 to the power 6. Right. So what is 3 to the power 6? Okay. So now that would be 729. Okay, so 1458 is equals to 7. 8 times 729. Right, so we divide both sides by 729. We divide both sides by 729. So what is A equals to? So A would actually be equals to 1458 divided by 729. So A would actually be equals to 2. Right. So we have the A, now we have the R. So, but did they ask us to find the value of A and R? No. But they asked us to do what? Determine the first three terms of the geometric sequence. So what do we need in order to generate that? We need the whole general formula. Right. So let me just put that on the side there. So now we know that Tn will actually be equals to 2 times what is R? That will be 3 to the power n minus 1. So now we need to determine the first three terms, right? Right, sorry about that. So how do we determine the first three terms? So we need to put, where there's n, we need to put a 1, 2, 3, and so on. So let us start with the first term. So Tn is equals to 2 times 3 to the power 1 minus 1. So anything to the power 0, that will be 1 minus 1. 3 to the power 0 is 1. So Tn will actually be equals to 2 times 1, which is 2. Right, so the second one would be, okay, let me just put there 2. Right, so on the second one, we substitute a 2 here where there's n. So we need to substitute 2 here. So Tn would actually be equals to 2 times 3 to the power 2 minus 1. So 3 to the power 2 minus 1, that's 3 to the power 1. 2 times 3, that would be 6. Right, okay, so let us go on now and check. All right, when we substitute 3 here, that will be 2 to the power 3. 3, that will be 3 minus 1, which is 2. 3 to the power 2, that will be 3 squared, that is 9. Then 2 times 9, then that will be 18. Right, okay, so now this is you answering the question. So thank you guys for following with all the lessons, and I hope that this has been very helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, follow us on TikTok, and please guys share the videos as well so others get help. Right, thank you.